everyone, welcome to day 23 of our Christmas Plasticine advent calendar. Let's have a look and see what's behind the door. So here's our door. Oh, it looks like this one might actually open quite easily. Let's see what is behind there. Oh, this is another one that I forgot about, and this could be quite an interesting one to make. So I didn't even think we'd be making one of these. I've been thinking of all the Christmas things that we might make, and this didn't even cross my mind. Today we are making a reindeer. Let's have a look at the instructions. Oh wow, look at this. Let me turn it over. Here are our instructions. So it looks like we need brown, black and red. Let's get those ready and I'll see you again in a moment. Right, here we are then. So we're ready to get started with this. So we're going to start off with the brown, and it says make a large oblong for the body. Now it's not going to be too large because this is the only brown we've got left. So I'm just looking, so we've got to make this oblong and then make this shape from it. And then we need some left to make the ears and legs. Okay. So yeah, he's going to be quite a small reindeer. But that's okay, we can do that. I'm just getting a bit of heat into this. And then let's do our oblong shape. Let's roll it on here. I'm going to do a bit more of a cylinder to start with. And I'm going to make it a bit longer than what is in the picture because I kind of feel like we're going to need it a bit longer for what we're planning to do. So there we go. We've got more of a cylinder than an oblong, but that's okay. So we pull one end up to make the tail. So there's our tail. Gosh, it is so windy outside today. I took Dolly for a walk earlier on and she got so excited. Here we go. So yeah, that definitely worked. Making it into a cylinder, I think, was probably better than making it into an oblong. So here we go. I think he's going to be quite a cute little reindeer. Give him a bit of a sort of pointier nose, but not too pointy. So there we go. At the minute, he looks a bit like a brown duck. But that's okay. Don't you listen, little reindeer, to what I'm saying. And then we're going to make the legs. So 4 oblongs to make the legs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break this into 5 because I know that we need some of this for the ears as well, although it doesn't need to be. We don't need as much for the ears. So these are roughly, surprise, surprise, about the size of a pea. It's going to be strange when we go back to our writing and our reading activities because I'm not going to need to use that phrase anymore, am I? So make 4 oblongs. Just rolling them between my fingers. Again, these are more like cylinders. Put them next to each other to see whether or not they're about the same size. Looking good so far. If you're following along and trying to make it at the same time, then I hope yours are going okay. Don't forget, if you've not got any plasticine, you can always come back to these recordings as well because I'm going to leave them on my channel. So you can do them at any time of the year. That one's a bit of a skinnier leg, but never mind. So 4 oblongs and then bend them slightly to make the legs. Here we go. So I'm just twisting them around a little bit. And what we're going to do is then just fasten them onto the body. This might end up looking a bit more like a dog. I mean, he's got quite a, at the minute, oh, I nearly put that leg on the wrong way around. He has got quite a fat neck, look. Reminds me a little bit of a sausage dog. There we go, push those onto the body. I've no idea if he's going to stand up. I'm really hoping that he will. Yes, there we are. So there we go. The next thing we need to do then is use this bit to make the ears. And again, these are kind of going to be a little bit like teardrop shapes. There's a bit there that we don't need because we don't really want one ear bigger than the other. So these are his ears. I think that needs to be a bit bigger actually. Let's try that again. So they're roughly the same size. I'm going to flatten them a bit as well. Oh, I do wonder if this is going to look like a reindeer by the time we're finished. So there's his ears. We need to make a ball for his nose. Easy peasy, that one. Might make it a bit bigger than the one in the picture. Oh no, that looks all right. There we go. There's his nose, look. He's looking quite good. And then roll a strip from the black and divide it into 4 pieces and then stick them together to make the antlers. Right, I see. We'll do this last because otherwise we're going to get black on all the other bits. So we've saved this one to the last. So we don't want this to be too thin because if it is, they're not going to stand up to make his antlers, are they? But again, we don't want them to be too thick because our reindeer, unfortunately, isn't that big. Here we go. I cannot believe that in 2 days' time it's going to be Christmas. This month seems to have flown by. Very exciting though. There we go. Let me have a quick measure and see roughly how big we need it. Yeah, so we've got far too much there. So I think we need one bit that's probably this length. Let's have a look. Here we go. Yeah. Do you know, it's going to look quite good. I was a bit worried with this one. So I'll have a smaller bit there. And I'm just going to fasten this to the back and it'll look a little bit like a Y shape. There we go, because it's quite fiddly that. And I'm going to use this bit for his next antler because that's about the same size. And I'll cut another bit off here. And again, I'm going to have this as a bit of a Y shape. Let's move that over there. We are going to make him some eyes as well, so don't worry about that. But what I'm going to do is just turn this around. Let me put that bit of plasticine behind it, because then hopefully it might just hold it down to make it easier to see. It's only taken me, what, 23 days to figure out that if I put some plasticine behind it, it'll stick it down and you can see what we're doing. So it looks like his antlers are coming sort of behind his head. So let's just shape his head up a bit. And we're going to put these on here. Oh, he's looking great. I do like him. This is another one that you could make out of clay and you could keep. You could make yourself a family of reindeer. There we are. Look at that. Very impressed. Here's his ears. We're going to have his ears just going down. He does look a bit like a dog. It's reminding me a bit of Dolly. There we are. So that's him so far. And then, little reindeer, he needs some eyes. So we're going to cut some tiny little bits out of here. In fact, this will probably do 2 bits. Now the eyes are always fiddly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get his eyes ready. And then as soon as I've got them on, I'm going to come back to you, because there's no point you sitting around here waiting for me to get this right, because I always find these bits really tricky. So I've got his eyes. There we go, look. I'll pop them on. I'll see you again in a moment. Right, we are back. Here is our little reindeer. Look at him. How cute is he? I think he turned out quite well. There you go. You have a go at making yours and let me know how you get on with it. And guess what? I'll see you tomorrow for Christmas Eve. I wonder what's behind that door. I think I have an idea what it might be. You get your thinking caps on, see if you're thinking the same thing as me, and we'll find out tomorrow.